Before we can do data analysis, we first have to convert the raw data into a more usable form for analysis. And this is also where you ensure that your data is reliable and complete. We're going to be working with the dataset diamonds from the ggplot2 package. But first we need to download the package tidyverse because it contains ggplot2 for graphics and it's an umbrella for other packages. It also helps make our work more cleaner, and I'll show you in a little bit. But how to install tidyverse or any package for the first time, use the command install packages, and then we're gonna enter tidyverse inside quotation marks. Okay, and it's gonna take a little bit and your console will look crazy in the meantime, but be patient. But once it finishes loading completely, you can call on the library to store it into R's active memory. So we're going to do library, and then again tidyverse, but you don't have to use quotes this time around. And it's going to store into R's active memory. Okay, and now that we have ggplot2 from tidyverse, we can use the dataset diamonds. You can view this dataset by using the view command and then entering your dataset name, ours is diamonds. And then a new tab should appear with display of it. Okay, you can see all the different categories, columns, carat, cut, color, clarity, so on, and you can play around with these, which I'll be showing you how to maybe exclude, filter, things like that. You can also see a preview of the data by typing in head diamonds, and that will spit out the first 6 lines of the data in the console. Now perhaps let's say we only want some of the columns or some of the rows, we want to rearrange the data, or we just want to get a summary of the data. We can do so with Data Wrangling. It essentially tunes into and refines data so that other data that's not necessary in analysis, it's not used. So this is going to be a new section. We're going to name it filter because we're going to use the filter function. We're going to create an object called diamonds. I'm going to name it diamonds V, just so it's different from the dataset, our original dataset. And then we're going to use the filter function to only retain our parameter of diamonds with exactly the same cut as our ideal. So we're going to, since this is an object, we're going to point an arrow towards it, and we're going to use the filter function. And then the data is coming from diamonds, our original dataset. And then make sure to separate with commas. And then we're going to use the filter function to only retain our parameter of diamonds with the exact same cut as ideal. So the cut should be ideal only. And if we view the new subset of data we just created from diamonds, forgot the V. We can see that the only remaining diamonds have a value of ideal for the cut column. If you want to apply multiple filters in the same command, that is also possible, but all you need to do is separate each filter by a comma. So here, if we separate by a comma, I'll make a new line just to make it look prettier. Match it up to cut. And then I'm going to make a new filter if price is greater than 10,000. Okay, run it, and then let's see. And now not only did we keep diamonds that have the ideal cut, but also the price is now greater than $10,000. We can also use the select function to select and specify which columns to keep. So here, new section, it's going to be select. It's going to be the function select. And then we're going to create a new object for our subset. We're going to name it diamonds W, point arrow at it, and now we're going to use the select function. We're going to specify that our data set is diamonds, there's no one, and now we're going to select the columns color and cut. So here I'm saying from the diamonds dataset, retain the columns color and cut, and then again store it into the object diamonds W. And let's view it. There you go, only 2 columns. If you want to only say keep certain rows, you can specify using the select function as well. So we're going to do, of course, a new subset, diamonds X, point arrow at it, and then we're going to use the select function, diamonds as the data set, and then we're going to do 1 through 4. Color and cut was before we replaced it with our specification. Here we see that I only want columns with an NX 1 to 4, and to view it against the original data set, and then let's see diamonds X. I see, okay. Okay. So this is the original data set, and then this is the one we just created, the subset. In the original one, you see that columns 1 through 4 is caret, cut, color, and clarity. And remember, indexing for R starts at 1, so the first 4 will be transferred here into the diamonds X subset, and now we only have caret, cut, color, and clarity, the first 4. It also doesn't have to be the first few or the last few columns. We can even say we want columns with an NX from 3 to 7. So let's change that and then view it. And there you go. So if you go back here, columns 3 to 7 is 1, 2, 3. Third one, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So from color to price, it's reflected here. And there's so much you can do with select. You can select columns that only start with C. So we're going to create a new subset. We're going to name it Y. That means Y. Point an arrow at it, and then use the select function. And we're going to select from the diamonds dataset, and then use the starts with function. We want it to start with the letter C, so we're going to case C with quotation marks. Okay, and then when we go to view it, you can see that the columns only start with C, caret, cut, color, and clarity. Okay, and if you want to go broader, you can grab columns that contain the letter C. So let's do diamonds C, and then select function, select from the diamonds dataset, and then contains function. And same thing, you're going to encase C with parentheses and quotation marks, so make it lowercase. And then when you go to view it, you can see that each column has at least a C in it. Caret, cut, color, clarity, and then price, the C right here. If you need to list a certain column at the front of the dataset, then there's even a command for that. And you do this by listing the column before and then using the everything function to have the rest of the columns behind the first. So we're going to start at the beginning of the alphabet, diamonds A, point an arrow at it, use the select function, diamonds, price. You can have them on the same line, or you can break it up like this. Doesn't matter. Here, I'll break it up just for this example. And then everything, the everything function. So you're gonna place price here. You're gonna specify that you want the price column, and then everything else follows it. So therefore, price will be the first column of the data set. So if you go to run it, and let's see it. There you go, price at the front, and then all the other columns, the everything function follows. Lastly, maybe you want to keep everything but one specific column, so the opposite. Then you will want to say that using a minus at the beginning of the column name. So diamonds B is going to be a new object. We're going to use the select function, diamonds, and then you're going to use that minus sign in front of the column you do not want. Let's separate it. Okay. And then view it. And there you go. Price is missing from this data set. I want you to take a screenshot of this data set with the price column removed and then paste it into your answer sheet. Okay, on to the last part.